Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this very romantic version of our award-winning Viking Arms for Valentine's Day, which is coming up this Sunday. Hello to all the Kenos. Passmore's win this evening. First through the door, followed very closely by the Gang of Four, who are keen to regain their title. And all of the regulars are coming in. Now, as you might have guessed, or from what you've seen behind me, look, we've done the Viking Arms up we're getting in the mood for love tonight. Love is, you might say, love is in the air everywhere you look around, and everything that we do is we're doing it for you, our lovely regulars. We're going to set you in the mood for this Valentine's weekend. And speaking of which, happy Valentine's Day, darling.
Cheers.
I can't swing that thing around all night. Yeah, it's got to be a Valentine's weekend. It can't obviously just be a day, can it, in lockdown? So we're going to make the most of it. It starts on Friday, goes through for the next 48 hours. And who have we got joining us? We've got the Lockwoods with us, the Kennys are with us, the Covels are out with us, the Whites, the Rapplemores, the Slovikovskis. Joanne's here with her mum. Mr. and Mrs. Brenton are here. The Browns are here. You're all piling in. Keep your names coming through on the chat. Lovely to see all the regular names. Obviously, my lovely Valentine herself is here with me. Hello, Tam. And she will, as usual, be working on the comments, making sure that I read the questions properly, and that this doesn't just turn into a Valentine's smut fest. And actually, Tam has got some special news. Who have you been hanging out with today, Tam?
Well, today I was hanging out with a couple of MPs, but most excitingly, the legend that is Jackie Weaver.
Jackie Weaver.
Jackie Weaver.
Did she give you the authority?
She gave me so much authority, I can't even speak about
There
it.
you go. So Tam's been a bit of a media lovey this week, and you've been all over BBC and talk radio and doing your thing, haven't you? But the highlight was meeting Jackie Weaver today.
Jackie Weaver, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And we've got all our regulars still piling in. Look, the Fishers are here. Louise's mum's here. Alex Davies is here. Hello, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
And who have we got? The Weatherstones. Mr. Brown says, you have changed so much. What was the noise that you made when you stuck this thing on me? Yeah, I feel I've been done up a little bit here, but I'll go with it. It's lockdown. We're all a little bit going a bit stir crazy. Big shout outs this week go to Nan and Gub, who I'm told have been tuning in pretty much every week. They're Hayley Young's grandparents. And if I'm saying hello to Nan and Gub, it's also saying hello to all of the grandparents who tune in with their families for these lockdown quizzes. So a big hello to you. And Hayley says that she's missing you loads and wants to give you a big hello, even though she can't see you in person right now. We're going to say a big shout out to Kat Green. I know she doesn't get enough mentions in these things, but she has supplied a guest round, I think really so she could get her free 20 points. So she's hoping to not kind of be at the bottom of the list this week. And as it's our Valentine's special, of course, to all the lovers out there, and particularly all the men who have just tuned in and realised that Valentine's Day is on Sunday and you've got less than 48 hours to get to the petrol garage and get your flowers and get yourselves sorted out for Sunday morning. So happy to give you the insight there. Who else have we got? The Blomfields, Governor Blomfield, you're here. The Stewarts are in Edinburgh. Now, the Stewarts are Nicky Emmett's parents. Is that right?
I think so.
Pretty sure. Yeah, you're very welcome again. We've got the Bolney Court Road Collective from the Colsons, the Coles, Rees and Smiths. The Hills are here. Team Coltus are here. The Bikers are here. The Banans. You're all piling in. Brilliant. Nice to see you. For tonight, we're going to get a little bit mushy this evening. Imagine this is like Steve Wright's Sunday love songs. If you'll indulge me, I do actually, sorry, Mr. Brown, I do actually listen to it. If you want to share a message, you feel free.
And you won't read it with sarcasm.
No, not at all. So if you want to share a special message for that special person in your life, you feel free to put it into the comments box. But of course, don't forget to keep it clean. The rules for tonight. So, as always, we have 4 rounds of lovely, loved up 11 questions, where the 11th question is a chance for you to have a chat, make a list, and also let me know how you're getting on. Answers will be at the end, and the total will be marked out of 80. I'll read each question twice. Try not to cheat, enjoy yourselves, and talk to us via the comments box. But as I've already said, keep it clean. It is a family show after all. And I'm pleased I got it right. The Stewarts are Nikki's parents.
Good.
The Farquhars are here. Who else has been joining in? Mr. Brown's feeling a little bit sick. I think I've well, I'm sure he'll tell me later if I'm overdoing it here. Who else have here? We've got the Cottons are here, and who else have I said? The Bevans are here, and yeah, the Bolney Court Road Collective. You don't all have to chip in and say hello. It's lovely, but yeah, we've got you there.
They're sending the love. It's what you asked for.
True. Yeah, so keep sending the love via the comments box, and let's get ourselves in the mood for this Valentine's weekend. I think we're probably about ready to start. Do you reckon?
Yeah, why not?
I've kind of whistled through that.
To be fair, I do think everyone has turned up for the quiz. Like, it's not just you.
Well, I just thought, they haven't had a chance. They're still saying hello to each other. That's the thing, isn't it? It's all, everyone's just
true.
coming in, getting their orders in, having a chat. How you been? Hello, I'm here.
Okay.
So, for example, we've got the Mullins joining us this evening, and it's your first time, so you are very, very welcome. I have to say, it's not always like this.
We don't always blow up balloons.
But you're very welcome. I hope you enjoy the evening. The Tangs have arrived. The Ropers of Ascot.
That sounds like that should be a really fancy company.
I don't know. Are you milliners, or I don't know?
Could be lawyers.
Or rope makers.
Could be rope makers.
Yeah, and Mrs. Edimo and family are here as well. Right, okay. Well, I think we've got loads of people in the bar milling around, so I think we'll get on with our Valentine's quiz. Here we go. We're going to start off, as always, with general knowledge, and here we go. Question number 1. Why did Texas lawyer Rod Ponton become famous this week? Why did Texas lawyer Rod Ponton become famous this week? Question number 2. Name the last British city to be named the European Capital of Culture. Name the last British city to be named the European Capital of Culture. Oh, that Roper, Lynn Roper, music teacher. Welcome back, Lynn. Question number 3. Situated in both Peru and Bolivia, what is the highest navigable lake in the world? Situated in both Peru and Bolivia, what is the highest navigable lake in the world? Question number 4. What was the Roman name for England? What was the Roman name for England? And if you're wondering, the questions will get a little bit more Valentine's-y later on, but we just had to get through general knowledge because there's only so much time to write a quiz in the week, so we had to fall back on our general knowledge. Question number 4 was, what was the Roman name for England? And Dr. Rosario is here.
He's already scored 80. He's all right.
He's doing very well. And question number 5. What is the French term literally meaning according to the menu? What is the French term literally meaning according to the menu? Now, Dr. Rosario, I don't know if you've just joined us, Dr. Rob, but we did say, if you need to make a special comment, a special shout out to your loved one, feel free to put something in the live chat. I'm sure he won't let us down.
Excellent.
Yeah. And hopefully you won't let her down either. Question number 6. Americans refer to it as cotton candy, but what would it be called in the UK? Hello, Katie. That's not the answer. Americans refer to it as cotton candy, but what would it be called in the UK? Question number 7. Braemar in Scotland recorded a record low temperature on Thursday night, but how cold was it? Was it minus 16 degrees Celsius, minus 20 degrees, or minus 23 degrees? So all in Celsius. Braemar in Scotland recorded a record low temperature on Thursday night, last night, but how cold was it? Was it minus 16, minus 20, or minus 23 degrees? Have we got the Shiplake Stars joining us this evening as well?
The Weatherstones are here.
The Walking Netball ladies?
Some of the Walking Netball ladies may be here.
And of course, a special shout out to all the Shiplake Stars and the Walking Netball ladies, who have been loyal regulars for the last, 3 or 4 weeks now?
Well, since this lockdown, yeah.
6 weeks. Oh, God, we're 6 weeks in.
And they're all on Zoom. They're all turning up to their online classes.
They're doing their training.
They are. They're
Nice.
completely ready to go.
Question number 8. Mary Wilson died this week, but which group did she co-found? Mary Wilson died this week, but which group did she co-found? That's not a very Valentine's-y question, is it?
I've heard better, to be fair. Let's get through this round and get on to the mushy stuff.
Yeah. Question number 9. Who won last weekend's Super Bowl? Who won last weekend's Super Bowl? And question number 10. Who wrote The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding? Who wrote The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding? One for you, Hayley, there.
I know, trying to scan the bookshelves.
No. Who wrote The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding? Perfectly timed, 2 months later, but there we are.
Literally no idea what day of the week it is, so it could be any point in the year, to be fair. Thank goodness we put up the balloons.
And finally, in this round, question 11. So this week, Queen Elizabeth II acceded to the throne 69 years ago. But can you name the 10 monarchs that ruled immediately before her? So I want name and regnal number. Can you name the 10 monarchs that came before Queen Elizabeth II, who came to the throne 69 years ago this week? So name and regnal number, please. And that's question 11. And so for those of you who can't think of that, or
have some spare time,
now normally at this point I would say, so how are you treating yourself on a lockdown Friday evening? What are you indulging in? We're going to go one stage further this week. Valentine's meals. Okay, you're planning for a really nice romantic meal over the weekend. You know, it doesn't matter what day it is, but how are you going to be spoiling your loved one this weekend? With what food and drink have you got on the go this weekend to really spoil your significant other? Or, of course, if you're happy with your own company, how are you treating yourselves? Is it a ready meal for one? Is it beans on toast? It's a bit patronising, isn't it?
It's a little bit.
How are you treating yourself, or how are you treating your loved one? How are you going to go a bit special this weekend? Dr. Drazaro, straight in there. Dominoes for Katie. Katie, you lucky girl.
Waitrose meal deal for Mr. Bevan.
Nice.
Get the good value, Mr. Bevan. Get the value.
See, Mrs. Passmore, I don't know. Are you genuinely going for monkfish, or are you just trying to sort of talk it up a little bit? I think you're more of a Waitrose meal deal kind of girl as well.
Marks and Spencer's Waitrose meal deal.
So Jeff Smith's in the house. Oh, good to see you, Jeff. King prawn pilaf. Does he mean pilaf or pilau? Pilaf,
yeah.
Pilaf.
Rice dish.
Oh, and not only a Domino's for Dr. Trezario's other half, but chicken wings and a cup of tea.
Fancy, fancy, fancy.
Very
Now,
nice.
Jackie is one of my lovely walking netball ladies. So big hello to Jackie.
And Jackie is treating themselves to a half a roast chicken from the Crooked
Billet. Very nice.
We're so lucky to have some really nice posh pubs around
Some
here.
fab places.
Orwell's have really gone for it this weekend as well.
Yeah.
Fish and chips and a sparkling wine for the bikers. And why not? I almost treated you to fish and chips last night, didn't I?
Mm.
What did we have in the end?
I cooked. I slaved over a
I
hot
offered you fish and
after
chips.
a full day.
And you said no. We'll have a.
And then I had to go and do my
stew
course.
or something here.
Mm.
What else? The bananas, going back to Bolters, the boathouse at Bolters.
Nice.
Scotch Brooks, oysters a la gruel, and a cheeky gruel cup.
Oh, that does sound very fancy.
You know how to treat your lady, don't you?
I did buy you some little pickled pork pies earlier.
Yeah.
As a special treat.
Yeah, some pork pies and Scotch eggs.
What more do you need?
I managed to get home for lunch today, and yeah, I had a little pork pie and a Scotch egg waiting for me. That's love. So we are looking for the 10 monarchs that came immediately before Queen Elizabeth II, names and regnal numbers, and if anyone else can come in and top trump all of these meal ideas for the Valentine's weekend, let us know before we get on to what could be the main round of the evening.
Oh, yeah.
Wendy Hill sneaking in there with a Chinese takeaway to celebrate the Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year.
It's another reason. Oh, yes. We had Chinese takeaway like last weekend. We celebrated early. We did.
And we tried, we have a Chinese, once a month? Ish? Probably a bit more than that recently.
No. Is it? Oh,
Probably,
no, that's awful. Well, it's not. That's half of the problem.
Right. Here we go. I wonder actually if I need my prop for this.
You might do. This is a fancy round.
This is now the Valentine's round. So, question number 1 in the Valentine's round. There's a lot of red in this picture, actually, when I look at it.
Goodness me.
We've really gone for it. I didn't realise it was this great. Anyway, so Valentine's. Question number 1. Which song was made famous by John Paul Young in the film Strictly Ballroom?
Ooh.
Which song was made famous by John Paul Young in the film Strictly Ballroom?
I am just going to have to stop you there. Mrs. Cordell has come in with the top trump of all Valentine's things. She's had a new washing machine delivered.
Oh, lucky. lucky. Living it up in the Cordell house.
Oh, yes.
Which song was made famous by John Paul Young in the film Strictly Ballroom? Question number 2. Who was the legendary Benedictine monk who invented champagne? Who was the legendary Benedictine monk who invented champagne?
Champagne.
But Dr. Tresario is genuinely interested. Look, indecisive.
Dr. Rosario has come for the quiz, but is staying for the recommendations.
Now, careful, because I'm worried now what Katie's getting for Valentine's Day.
If he starts asking, was it on offer and where did you get it from? Do they do next day delivery? Then he has gone one step up from the garage flowers.
Lucky girl. Question number 3. What kind of flowers are traditionally given to symbolise love?
It's not the ones you get from the garage.
No. But, desperate times and all that. Just, don't look down your nose at it. What kind of flowers are traditionally given to symbolise love? We do need to know them. Katie, get out of there.
Yeah.
Run away. Question number 4. Who did the fictional Saint Valentine send a message to? Was it the daughter of his jailer, the daughter of his teacher, or the daughter of a friend? Who did the fictional Saint Valentine send a message to? Was it the daughter of his jailer, the daughter of his teacher, or the daughter of a friend? Mr. Brown has treated Mrs. Brown to a new battery for the car.
Lovely. Mrs. White says she had a cement mixer for her 20th wedding anniversary. I have asked the all-important question, was it to keep or just on hire?
Well, I think actually, if you just hold that thought, Mrs. White, because we've got probably a question coming up for you at the end of this round.
We
but
have.
I definitely think that's a potential winner right there. Actually, you're beating me to it. Mrs. Passmore's now chimed in with a similar answer to what. Don't tell me about your worst Valentine's presents yet. We'll come to that. Question number 5. Which Roman goddess was Cupid's mother? Which Roman goddess was Cupid's mother? Remember, keep the chat clean.
And no more Valentine's presents.
And no more mentioning of, yeah, quite. Which Roman goddess was Cupid's mother? Question number 6. If you are quick to show your feelings, where do you wear your heart?
Oh.
If you are quick to show your feelings, where do you wear your heart? Actually, I mean, this is a bit of a, if it just, it's more practical. Just.
Oh, well, as long as it's practical.
Well, that makes more sense, doesn't it? As a pointer. You could use that in school. Yeah, if you are quick to show your feelings, where do you wear your heart? Question number 7. Which Shakespeare play features Valentine and Proteus? Yeah, you're quite right, Mr. Brown. I've had enough of that. Which Shakespeare play features Valentine and Proteus? Question number 8. Who played the title role in the film Shirley Valentine? Who played the title role in the film Shirley Valentine? Question number 9. Who led the Chicago gangsters in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929?
Possibly the least romantic question in the Valentine's round.
Yeah. But the tenuous link is there.
Oh,
who led the Chicago gangsters in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929? And question 10. In addition to being the unofficial patron saint of love, what occupation is St. Valentine also believed to be the patron of? Is it brewers, beekeepers, or bakers? In addition to being the unofficial patron saint of love, what occupation is St. Valentine also believed to be the patron of? Is it brewers, beekeepers, or bakers? And question 11. Now, we've had a little bit of chat already in the comments about various gifts, and we'll come on to those in a moment. But question 11. According to a study of Instagram, what are the top 10 most gifted gifts on Valentine's Day? So someone has trawled through Instagram and all the data, sort of all the photos that get put up on Valentine's Day, and they have come up with a top 10 list of all the top 10 most gifted gifts on Valentine's Day. So what are they? What are the 10 most common things to be given on Valentine's Day according to Instagram? And whilst you're thinking of that, now we were going to ask you, what's the worst Valentine's present that you've received? Has anyone received a real shocker? That's what I wrote down in my notes here. And well, yeah, we've already got them, haven't we? So we've got new washing machine.
Yes.
That's up there. We've got
the wedding anniversary cement mixer, which was to keep. It wasn't a
No,
hire.
that was a wedding anniversary one.
That's
not
true.
Valentine's present. So I don't know. Can that be beaten, Mrs. White, for Valentine's Day? What else? We've got
Mrs. Cooltass has had some new fence posts delivered.
Nice.
Good.
From someone special, I hope.
Tied with a bow.
And Mrs. Passmore was given a friend was given a handheld vacuum cleaner once.
So practical, though.
Yeah, you just wait. Oh, you are going to be over the moon. The things you'll be able to do with your Valentine's gift.
If it's anything to do with cleaning, I'm
What?
going to be really peeved.
What? But bit rude.
Keep the receipt.
Yeah. Dave says nothing.
Oh no, that's a very sad message.
Yeah. Was it because it was forgotten? Did she just? I don't know.
Oh, that is sad.
Can anyone beat that? Nothing. You must be able to beat that. So we've got a handheld vacuum cleaner, a cement mixer, a washing machine, and fence posts.
I don't know. I don't think I can put those in any kind of order, to be completely honest.
I think what I brought you yesterday was quite nice.
Chocolate trifle.
A chocolate trifle. I thought, because coming up to Valentine's weekend, I thought, Tam wasn't feeling terribly well yesterday. You were a bit fed up, weren't you? And
Had a bad few days.
We'll go Valentine's Day Part 1, chocolate trifle.
And 4 tins of pina colada. Thank you.
There you go. I know you very well.
There's netball on telly this weekend.
That was before he was loved. Oh.
Oh.
So, any real shockers? So, we're asking for the top 10 most gifted gifts on Valentine's Day, according to Instagram. And for the comments here, has anyone been given a real shocker of a present?
Come back Monday.
Anything that's kind of straight to eBay, maybe something like that.
I have to say it's quite quiet in the old comments, which makes me think either A, there's a few really embarrassed people out there who can't bring themselves to admit quite what they got, or our regulars are brilliant and give really good presents.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me, no,
No.
to be fair.
Thoughtful bunch.
Oh,
There we
no,
go.
Dr. Desario's in.
A great one. A box of printing. Well, do you know what? If that's what you really wanted.
And if you do a lot of printing, Dr.
Yeah.
Desario printing papers are a great gift. Oh, we're off now. We're off.
Mr. Brown gave Mrs. Brown a spatula.
Brilliant.
Should we ask what that was for?
I'm
No,
kind of hoping
no,
that it maybe was part of a nicer set of lovely baking goods.
Right. Okay. I think that's enough time
I
on
think Dr. Desario has been told off by Katie because he's now saying he's only joking.
that. Right. Round number 3. This one's a little bit different to what we normally do. This is all about famous couples. So what I'm going to do is I will give you the name of one half of a famous couple, and you just need to write down the name of their partner to win the point. Okay. So I'll give you the name of one half of the famous couple, and you've got to tell me who is their partner. So question 1, nice easy one to start with. John Lennon. Who was his partner? Wife.
We'll just go with partner.
We'll go with partner.
It's very safe.
Okay. So number 1, John Lennon. This is very short for me to read out.
Well, then do a good job.
Number 2, Joe Biden.
We're nothing if not topical on this quiz.
Question 3, Jay-Z. Now, for the walking netball ladies, who's Jay-Z?
Well, he's the partner of the other person, but I can't.
No, but who is he?
Why are you looking at me?
Well, because you work in the media, you know, but who is he? Let's assume that this one's not going to be a parent of someone potentially at Shipley. Who's Jay-Z?
Is he not a musician, a musical artiste?
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
God, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Right, question number 4. Tom Hanks. Mrs. Passmore, number 2, get your kids in order. It was Joe Biden. Joe Biden. And Jackie says he's a rapper.
Good work, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie. Number 4, Tom Hanks. Question. Will people get their kids in order this evening? Same for me. Number one. Number one was John Lennon. Question number 5. Elton John. Jess, you know the rules by now. No answers in the comments box. God, giving it away. So number 5, Elton John. I've got 99 problems now. What does that mean?
I think it's a reference to one of his songs, his musical compositions.
Who? Joe Biden.
I would love to hear Joe Biden doing a rap.
Question 6, George Clooney.
The locals.
It's for the Shiplake. It's the extended Shiplake community. So if he wishes to join in, he's welcome. So number 6, George Clooney. Question 7, Boris Johnson.
Stipulate current partner.
These are nice glasses, but you can't quite. You've got to really. Question number 8, Winston Churchill. Question number 8, Winston Churchill. Question number 9, Will Smith. Yes, well, Mr. Scotchbrook, the current partners. We've Googled it. We're all up to date with it. Okay. So number 9, Will Smith. And number Jess, behave yourself. God, what's she doing?
How about you just read the questions? So distracted.
That's love. Question 10, Kim Kardashian.
Just trying to help you be a better quizmaster.
Thank you. That's your job, isn't it? Just make me a better person. Question 10, Kim Kardashian. Mr. Dix, you're going to have to rewind, basically. If you just scroll back to the start, you've only missed 20 odd minutes of it. We've got a picture round.
Oh, it's the high-tech round.
So following on from famous couples, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you pictures of famous couples, but in movies. And what you've got to do is just name the movie from the couple. Okay, so I'm going to show you a picture of a couple from a famous movie, and you've just got to name the movie.
Here we go with the top graphics and high-level sophistication.
So I'll try it and hold it still. That's the first one.
Oh, very good.
Okay, so I want to know the name of the movie. Okay, I'm not fussed about the people in it, just the name of the movie. So which movie is that from? Hopefully you can see that all right. I'm sure our regulars would tell me if they can't.
To be fair, I don't know how we can make it better. That's literally as technical as it can get.
Well, it's all authentic, isn't it?
Homespun.
The second one, part B. Which one is that? And the third one.
Brave, just doing it like that.
I know. Oh, I can't rest my arm, can I? Which movie is that? Okay, and the fourth one.
Oh, come on. Giving the points away.
Which one's that? That's the fourth one.
Rest the arm. Rest the arm.
The fifth one is that one. Which film is that from? And no, it's not Dr. Rosario's home movies.
There's no box of printer paper for a start.
And the sixth one. So I want the movie. I want specifically not just the what would you call it, the genre, not the genre. I want to specifically which movie is that, not the group of movies.
No, specifically that one.
Yeah. And the 7th one. Okay, that's number 7 on this one. Absolute classic.
Oh, that is a classic.
I think I introduced you to this
You
one.
did.
Yeah.
It's a lovely film.
Okay, and the 8th one for the kids.
Yay!
And the 9th one.
Oh, look at that.
And the last one in the picture round is that one. Which movie is that from?
That one's quite tricky.
Well, it is, because I've never seen it.
That might be what makes it tricky.
Have you seen it?
No. Which is probably why I find it tricky. If you've seen it, it's probably very much easier.
Okay, there we go. There's the shaky picture round. All done. Hope you enjoyed that.
What a treat.
So we're now going to move on to round 4. Now, thank you very, very much, Mrs. Green, for giving us this round.
It's a good round.
And originally she said, well, you know, it's not really got much to do with Valentine's, but we said, no, we'll let the regulars be the judge of that, because this is all about witches and wizards.
I still have the receipt for your gift.
Right. Anyway, so this is our witches and wizards round, courtesy of Mrs. Green. Thank you very much for this. Actually, Mrs. Green, we might have changed. Have we changed any of these?
No, I think it's where Mrs. Green gave a few options for different questions.
That's true. So you've kind of got your 20 points. So if anyone's got any complaints about this round, or if the answers aren't quite what you expect them to be,
you've all got Mrs. Green's
it's
email
Mrs.
address.
Green. Yeah, you've all got that address. So here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the kingdom ruled by King Arthur, for whom Merlin was his magician advisor? What is the name of the kingdom ruled by King Arthur, for whom Merlin was his magician advisor? So starting nice and simple. Everyone's all right with that. Question number 2. In The Wizard of Oz, we have the Wicked Witch of the West. But what is the name of the Good Witch? In The Wizard of Oz, we have the Wicked Witch of the West. But what is the name of the Good Witch? And question number 3. There are 5 wizards in The Lord of the Rings, including Saruman the White and Gandalf the Grey, who becomes Gandalf the White. But what colour was Radagast?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
Especially if you haven't seen it.
I have seen it.
Oh, have you?
I might just have been snoozing at that point.
I never had you down as a Lord of the Rings.
Well, it's one of these things you've got to watch, right?
There are 5 wizards in The Lord of the Rings, including Saruman the White and Gandalf the Grey, who becomes Gandalf the White. But what colour was Radagast? Question 4. What is the name of the hit Christmas song sung by Wizard?
Hey.
Like what she did there. What is the name of the hit Christmas song sung by Wizard?
So as it turns out, we've had a few Christmassy questions in our Valentine's quiz. Oh dear.
But just think, if and only if we have to be doing these at Christmas, which control back.
Oh,
perfect.
Don't even
Who's going to remember
say
these?
It.
Question number 5. In what decade was the last person to be imprisoned in Great Britain under the Witchcraft Act of 1735? Was it the 1890s, the 1910s, or the 1940s? In which decade was the last person to be imprisoned in Great Britain under the Witchcraft Act of 1735? Was it the 1890s, the 1910s, or the 1940s? Did we find out any more about that one? Can't remember.
No, but now I'm going to have a quick Google,
Yeah.
and if we can enlighten ourselves later.
So the last person to be imprisoned under the Witchcraft Act of 1735, was it the 1890s, the 1910s, or the 1940s? Although
I did have a suspicious teacher at school.
never say never, eh? I won't mention any individuals. Question number 6. Which famous play tells the story of the Salem witch trials? Which famous play tells the story of the Salem witch trials? It's a very good round, Cap. It's very, very good. You know, there'll be lots of people out there going to, that's right, you're the witch to my wizard, and I'm the wizard to your witch, and all that. You know, I'm sure it's
a common theme in Valentine's. You'll find a
meaning there somewhere. Question 7. You found it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Question 7. In which Shakespeare play do you find the witches known as the Weird Sisters? In which Shakespeare play would you find the witches known as the Weird Sisters? So it was known as the Back of Reception, but...
That's dreadful.
Question number 8. What is the name... Sorry, you lot. Question number 8. What is the name of the plant that is used as a natural remedy for things such as inflammation, skin irritation, and acne? What is the name of the plant that is used as a natural remedy for things such as inflammation, skin irritation, and acne?
Again, nothing says Valentine's Day like a plant for skin irritation.
Yeah. A good wash.
I genuinely love this round. Question
number 9. Who plays the Grand High Witch in the recently released version of Roald Dahl's The Witches? Who plays the Grand High Witch in the recently released version of Roald Dahl's The Witches? And question number 10. Which novel is set in 1960s Rhode Island and follows the witches Alexandra, Jane, and Suki, whose coven is upset by the arrival of the enigmatic Darrell Van Horn? Which novel is set in 1960s Rhode Island and follows the witches Alexandra, Jane, and Suki, whose coven is upset by the arrival of the enigmatic Darrell Van Horn? I have not seen one. It's a novel. Do you ever see that? The movie?
No.
It's a really good movie. From what I remember of it, years ago. And finally, question 11. As we know, Harry Potter attends the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. But can you name any 10 of the subjects offered in the teaching timetable? Harry Potter attends the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, but can you name any 10 of the subjects offered in the teaching timetable? Brilliant question.
It's a great question.
Really good question. So we're going to give you a few minutes to think of 10 subjects that appear in the teaching timetable at Hogwarts. Now, as it's our Valentine's special, we're going to put this question out there for the comments as well. And the winner of this question, I think deservedly, would earn a bonus 2 points. Okay, so there is a prize if this applies to you. Okay. So we want to know which of you guys has been married the longest. We've got a sneaking suspicion we might know who it is, but who has been married the longest? So if we genuinely don't take the mick, because it's 2 points, it's a big prize here.
It is a big prize.
So who has been married the longest? Let us know how long you've been married, and we'll see if you are deserving of a 2 bonus points. We, I think, are probably near the bottom of the
we're right at the bottom
ladder, because we're, what, 18 months?
Yeah.
Coming up 2 years in July.
Like the way you had to think about that.
July. I know it's July.
July.
So who has been married the longest? Mr. and Mrs. Rappel. 50 years. Oh, come on. Going in big on the first one. No one's going to let us know now.
Governor Blomford's just forgotten. It's just too long.
Too long. 23 years for the Passmores. God, we've got so long to go.
Let's just hope you keep going, eh?
What? 12 years. Sorry. Nan and Gub, over 62 years.
Oh, rounds of applause.
12 years for the Edimos. 31 years for the Robinsons. 25 years this summer. Oh my God. Got some very well established couples here.
That kind of makes up for the question.
7 years for the Rappelmores. 53 years for the Fishers' grandparents.
Oh, so nice.
The Bonans, 25 years this May. God, May the 4th. May the 4th. The 4th was with you. 24 years for the Cordells. But not if you don't get a tumble dryer next time. 18 years for the Broomfields. 19 years. 54 years for the Broomfields. 17 years for the Weatherstones. Oh my God. Tam, we're noobs.
We are
such newbies at this. 27 for the Baxters this August.
You guys.
Oh, guys. That's why we're not getting really these sort of in-depth answers to our Valentine's questions, because they're just sort of like,
here we go again.
Here we go again. Another Valentine's.
Okay,
yeah, if you're lucky. The Whites, 30 years.
Oh.
The Stokes,
Yay!
2 years. There you go.
Join the club.
Barely 5 minutes in the great scheme of things. Oh, yeah, quite. Wow.
That's a very profound answer.
Long-termers. I don't think, unless anyone wants to prove me wrong, I don't think anyone is going to beat Nan and Gub.
No.
Over 62 years. So
that's amazing.
I think Nan and Gub, I know that if you can tell Hayley your score at the end of all this, but I'm going to give you a bonus 5 points for 62 years. I know, 62 years.
My goodness me.
So you get a bonus 5 points.
Some people wait for the the telegram from the Queen. Others are hanging in there just for the bonus 5 points.
Yeah,
on the
I feel like maybe
quiz.
Should we do it? Should we give like a point for every 10 years?
It's too complicated.
No. You've done well, everybody, but not as well as Nan and Gub. So 62 years wins. You get your bonus 5 points. Congratulations. Okay, right. I think it's time to start wrapping this up. So before I do go through the answers, thank you everybody for joining us on our thank you for joining us on our Valentine's special, and we hope that we're going to leave you feeling all appropriately gooey and loved up for the weekend,
or angry with your partner because they didn't know the answer.
Now we know it's half term next week, but we will be here next Friday because
what else are we going to do?
Nothing else to do. So we will be here next Friday, and we hope that you'll be with us then. So here we go. The answers. Back to general knowledge. In question 1, why did Rod Ponton become famous this week? Because he appeared in a virtual courtroom as a cat on Zoom, or a kitten. So words to that effect, was a kitten.
Zoom cat.
You've got that. Question 2, the last British city to be the European capital of culture was Liverpool. The highest navigable lake in the world is Lake Titicaca. The Roman name for England was Albion. The French term meaning according to the menu is a la carte. Americans call it cotton candy, but we call it candy floss. The lowest temperature in Braemar this week was -23 degrees C. Mary Wilson co-founded the Supremes. Last weekend, the Super Bowl was won by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding was written by Agatha Christie. And the 10 monarchs that came immediately before Queen Elizabeth II, I'll go in order, but it doesn't have to be in order. So you've got George VI, Edward VIII, George V, Edward VII, Victoria, William IV, George IV, George III, George II, and George I.
Just have written down George and a random number next to it. You've got some points.
Yeah, all the Georges. The Valentine's round. So which song was made famous by John Paul Young in the film Strictly Ballroom was, of course, Love is in the Air. The legendary Benedictine monk who invented champagne was Dom Perignon. The flowers given to symbolize love are roses. Who did the fictional St. Valentine send his message to? It was the daughter of his jailer. The Roman goddess who was Cupid's mother is Venus. If you are quick to show your feelings, you wear your heart on your sleeve. The Shakespeare play with Valentine and Proteus is The Two Gentlemen of Verona. Who played the title role in Shirley Valentine? That was, of course, Pauline Collins. And the gangster who led the St. Valentine's Day massacre of 1929 was Al Capone. St. Valentine, as well as being the patron saint of love, is also the patron saint of beekeepers. And the 10 most gifted gifts, according to Instagram, on Valentine's Day are, and it goes in this order: chocolates, chocolate trifle, there you go.
Tick.
Flowers.
Tick. Thank you.
Cards, jewelry, dinner, clothing, gift cards, houseplants, perfume, and handmade gifts. So anything that, if you've written something down that looks like something that's handmade,
have a point.
Have a point.
Spatulas, yes, Mr. Brown. Did you hand make it?
If you handmade your spatula, then yeah, sure, why not? Famous couples. So for John Lennon, we were looking for Yoko Ono. For Joe Biden, we're looking for Jill Biden.
Dr.
Jill Biden. For Jay-Z, we wanted Beyonce. Question 4, Tom Hanks was Rita Wilson. Elton John is David Furnish. George Clooney is Amal Clooney. Boris Johnson was Carrie Simmons. Winston Churchill is Clementine Churchill. Will Smith is Jada Pinkett Smith. And Kim Kardashian was Kanye West. In the pictures round, the first one I showed you was from Casablanca. The second one was Brokeback Mountain. The third one was Titanic. The fourth one, Dirty Dancing. The fifth one was Forrest Gump. The sixth one, now specifically, I wanted Star Wars 5: The Empire Strikes Back. It's got to be that one. You can't have a point for Star Wars. No. Star Wars 5: The Empire Strikes Back. The seventh one was Brief Encounter. The eighth one was Romeo and Juliet. Then you had Cinderella. And the last one was Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Rap or more. All right, if you put Albion, you can have the point. Otherwise, fine, give yourself a point for Britannia. We won't use that source again. And in our Witches and Wizards round, feel free, Mrs. Young, if someone can answer Mr. Scotchbrook's question, that'd be great. Witches and Wizards. The name of King Arthur's kingdom was Camelot. The name of the good witch is Glinda. Radagast is brown. The Christmas song sung by Wizard is I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. The last person imprisoned under the Witchcraft Act was actually in the 1940s and her name was Helen Duncan.
She was. I've just looked her up.
Go on.
It's quite an amazing story, but she was famous for producing ectoplasm.
Well, they jailed her for that.
No, actually, she was jailed for. There'd been a ship that was sunk during the war. It had been asked to keep really secret, but she somehow found out, and she held a séance and apparently summoned the spirits from these dead. Anyway,
we're turning into QI.
Yeah.
Question 6. Which famous play tells the story of the Salem witch trials is The Crucible? The Shakespeare play in question 7 is Macbeth. The name of the plant as a natural remedy is witch hazel. The Grand High Witch in Roald Dahl's The Witches was Anne Hathaway. That's in the most recent film version of it. And the 1960s novel, the novel set in 1960s Rhode Island was, of course, The Witches of Eastwick. Now, for the subjects offered in the teaching timetable, you could have had transfiguration, charms, potions, the history of magic, defense against the dark arts, astronomy, herbology, flying, arithmancy, muggle studies, divination, the study of ancient runes, and the care of magical creatures. Thank you very much, Mrs. Green, for all of that. And yeah, more corrections on our Albion question. But anyway, so and the Scotch books are keen to know how and Nan and Garb marking their Valentine's Day after 62 years. Do let us know whilst we're waiting for the scores to come in. So add your numbers up. So you get a score out of 80. What is going to be your Valentine's weekend quiz score this evening? And whilst you are adding your scores, obviously, thank you so much for being with us, and hope that you stay safe in the lockdown over the next week. Have a great Valentine's weekend, and enjoy whatever you're doing. And let's see how we're looking on the scores front. So Rappel Moors first to declare on 62. The Lockwoods just edging that on 63, but not for long because they've just been beaten by the Biziors with 64. The Greens are in at 55, even with their 20 points bonus there. The Bevans at 53, 64 still the one to beat for the Biziors. Humphreys at 63, Coltis is on 53, the Brentons on 63, 52 for the Broomfields, 57 for the Coals. Mrs. Rappel is on 61, and congratulations on your 50 years as well. Can't sniff at that, can we? The Weatherstones on 68. The Weatherstones are now leading on 68. The Tangs on 57, 62 for the Kennys, 60 for the Slovakovskis, 62 for the Cordells, 66 for the Youngs. I think the Weatherstones have still got it so far. The Bolney Court Road, massive, on 63. Dr. Tresario is dreaming. Cordells on 42 for Eunice. 61 for the Rappels, Governor Blomfield on 64, 56 for the Cliffs, 57 for the Stokes, 56 for the Jenkins. Thank you for that's for Nan and Gub as well, I think. 58 for the Bananas, 48 for the Fishers, and the last few coming in. I do think
the Weatherstones have
Weatherstones have probably got it with their 68 point. So big congratulations.
Close. Alex Davis just snuck in with 67. So close, Alex.
So close, and so very honest of you as well. But then again, she is my tutee.
She's a lovely, lovely girl.
Right. Thank you very much. This is sort of virtually for you guys. Okay. Have a great Valentine's weekend, and we will see you next Friday. The bell has rung. Cupid has shot his bow, and the Viking Arms is pulling down the shutters. Everybody out. See you later.
Oh, Scotch.